The job hunt has begun for C.J. Stroud of The Ohio State University. He is first up on the pro day circuit of all the top quarterbacks available in this year's draft, or quarterbacks. Alabama's pro day is Thursday. Will Levis's Kentucky pro day is Friday. So we'll see Bryce Young out there tomorrow. Will Levis on Friday. On Monday, Anthony Richardson has center stage.
Oh, baby.
And they're all gunning for the job that Cam Newton thinks he already has. Actually, he looked pretty good at Auburn's pro day yesterday. But C.J. Stroud is out there. And the Panthers contingent that is there to see him in person and apparently already met him last night in Columbus. Owners David and Nicole Tepper. The Tepper family is there. I mean, it's almost Passover, so maybe they could have, they set a seat for CJ. Scott Fitterer, Frank Reich, general manager and head coach. The assistant general manager, Dan Morgan. The vice president of the organization, Samir Suleiman, is there. The offensive coordinator, Thomas Brown. Quarterbacks coach, Josh McCown. Senior assistant, Jim Caldwell. The director of scouting is there, as is one of the many scouts of the organization, because as Albert would like to point out, as he did in the text exchange that I had with him and money manager to the Stars, Don Weir, because top running back recruit in the state of Ohio chose Michigan over Ohio State.
Oh.
I sent that his way. They've been just chirping back at me about how terrific Ohio State has been in the draft, and it has. And 30 of 32 teams have their coaches there. I mean, it is off the charts who is at this pro day to watch The Ohio State University put their best out on the field. And apparently one of the guys catching passes for Stroud at this pro day is Marvin Harrison Jr. So all the scouts and all the coaches and all the people who are there get a look-see at the individual who we all think, and rightfully so, I believe, will be the top receiver in next year's draft. 30 of 32 teams represented, 10 general managers and 7 head coaches have RSVP'd, 118 reps from NFL teams expected to be at the Ohio State Pro Day today. And the most important coach of all, up there on the screen right here on our Roku channel feed, courtesy of another Ohio State honk, James Palmer. Odd that he's there. Taking a snap of Frank Reich standing to the right of C.J. Stroud. Could that be the future of the Carolina Panthers franchise right there in that photograph?
I think so.
And the minute that you think this, just know Bryce Young's throwing tomorrow. I imagine they'll be there too. So, I got my wish. So far. Tomorrow, we'll find out if the wish and the dream continues. Can you put up that screen one more time of who's there from the Carolina Panthers organization at the Ohio State Pro Day? All of them. When I say all of them, I mean the entire masthead is there.
11 people.
I wanted them there. Hey, fire up Air Tepper and go to Alabama. And then fire up Air Tepper and go to Kentucky.
Yeah.
And then have a nice weekend. Go back to Carolina, do what you want to do. Have a nice dinner party. And then fly off to Gainesville, Florida. Please go to all of them. Keep us guessing, Carolina. Keep us guessing. But today will be, and rightfully so, C.J. Stroud Day. It's going to be, they fell in love with him. They met him. They fed him. They saw him feed his receivers on the field. They saw his arm for a second time because his arm at the combine was, without question, the best. Stroud was flicking it into windows. Flicking it wherever he wanted. Looked effortless. It was terrific. He threw a delightfully pretty football. And then Bryce Young's going to get out there tomorrow, and it'll be, well, maybe he's the guy. This is exactly what I want. And again, I'm speaking on behalf of Mike Greenberg as well. Anybody who hosts an NFL draft. First overall pick being a quarterback, that's what you want. First overall pick being a quarterback of a team that trades all the way up for somebody, You want that. First overall pick that's a quarterback selected by a team that traded all the way up for that quarterback, keeping us in the dark till the last minute. Chef's kiss. You bet. That's what I want. Keep us guessing. But for today, it's going to be lock it in, C.J. Stroud. Over. Certainly see this photograph of the coach and C.J. Stroud. You know what are they talking about? You want to dominate the NFC South for about a decade? Okay.
Best places to eat in Charlotte.
This is what we got. What do you think? You ever see that game against the Houston Oilers I had? By the way, I'm an ordained what is he? Is a pastor or is he a minister? I can marry you. CJ, I can personally marry you if you have the right girl in mind.
Doesn't he have the biggest college comeback too at Maryland?
Does he?
I think he
Well, he doesn't have the biggest comeback anymore, thanks to the team that fired him.
Yeah.
They bounce him, they fire him, and then they blow his record, letting the Vikings come back on him.
And he got kind of
in a span of a month. But if that kid that's standing to his left is the right guy, and he winds up in a new spot where he used to be QB1, the first ever quarterback on a staff that includes, his first coach, Tom Capers. If that kid, C.J. Stroud, is the right guy, then the Colts did him the biggest favor. Got off that whole treadmill of getting a bunch of long-toothed graybeards. Well, I try to not use the word retread.
I know you didn't.
Well, I mean, Matt Ryan. You didn't call Matt Ryan a retread. Phillip Rivers a retread.
But Brockman, you are right. Reich in '84, Maryland was down 31-0 to Miami at halftime.
Came back and won, right?
He came back through 6 touchdown passes, and Maryland won the game.
Well, you want to put that photo up on one more time as we end the segment here?
Lock it in.
They came back from 9 to go get somebody at 1.
Lock it in.
Is that the kid? Another comeback? We came back from 9. Now we're 1. They come back for C.J. Stroud. As of today, folks, it's going to be him. But wait till Bryce Young throws tomorrow.
Then it's going to be him?
That's the way we go until we find out from Roger Goodell's mouth to our ears. And I can't stress it enough, Carolina. Keep us guessing, please. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.